Extreme ice, conditions not seen in decades. Preparing to depart port, the 17-man crew of the Morro Bay.
We plan on being gone from Cleveland for about 6 weeks for this mission.
Lieutenant Kenny Pepper captains one of 9 icebreakers with the U.S. Coast Guard on the Great Lakes.
We're going to start looking at what we call spring breakout, where we start opening up the waterways and establishing tracks for the Lakers to start moving again.
Seagulls feast on fish, disoriented in the ship's powerful wake.
There's a lot of demand from the winter, and we need to get up and get moving early.
Checking out conditions, Rob Moore, captain of the Alpina, one of the large cargo ships known as Lakers. 200 million tons of commerce, from iron to agriculture, is shipped on the Great Lakes annually.
I have never seen conditions like we have right now.
Bridges of ice, several feet high, create barricades for ships. Surveying the ice, his company decides shipping will wait a little longer. Disappointing, since lower water levels the last couple of years forced ships to carry less cargo to avoid bottoming out in shallow waters.
Less money, less cargo, more trips.
The conditions are brutal, but the ice has a positive effect on the lakes. It limits evaporation, and when the ice melts, it raises the water levels in the lakes. On a working icebreaker, there is no smooth sailing.
We say it's kind of like living inside of a rock tumbler.
The crushing creates intense vibrations and a constant roar as ice cracks and gives way.
It's mentally exhausting hearing that all day. It just starts to wear on you after a while. You get tired.
After dark, west of Cleveland, the thickness of the frozen water suddenly and dramatically increases. The breaker stops, allowing the crew a quiet night's sleep to fight fatigue. The ice is so thick it holds the ship perfectly in place. There's no motion, not even any rocking, and no need to drop anchor. Morning reveals solid sheets of ice feet deep.
At that point, we have to do what we call backing and ramming. Just back up and ram.
Conditions icebreakers are designed to bust. Air shoots from the bottom of the hull. Layers of bubbles help the ship slide through the ice. But in these conditions, it comes down to force. Progress measured in a matter of yards.
When you ask to go to an icebreaker, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is what you came here to do.
Demonstrating the difference that breakers make, the Morro locates a track cut by the Canadian Coast Guard the day before, allowing it to go from barely moving to kicking back up to top speed.
What we're experiencing now is exactly what the ships experienced that we helped.
The deepest freeze experienced in 35 years.
All right.
Leave a little gap.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Yo. Appreciate it.
This crew, among the few tackling the task, opening vital pathways on the waterways.
Because it's such a historic event this year, the ice season, is everyone's looking forward to be a part of that and do our part as an icebreaker up here.